Okay, so let's get straight to the point. We all have seen these movies like Gully Boy and Three Idiots, whose sole purpose or sole message of the movie is that we should all follow our passion and we'll live a happy life. But then there are adults, society, and people like Sandeep, Maheshwari, or Thagesh who, with their content, bring out this message that you have to consider the practical reality before following your passion. But the problem here is that both of them make sense. Who should the audience listen to, right? And there is a lot of confusion and duality in this subject. Hence, in this video, I'm going to talk on this topic and clear some misconceptions. And just understand this is the 22-year-old perspective which could change in future. So let's see the practical reality side first. So whoever's talking about practical reality side, what they say is that you'll have a steady, stable job, you'll have a happy life. It would be a simple life. This is completely false. You see, I have the privilege to see people who have chosen this route. I can assure you that our world is built in such a way that there is cutthroat competition no matter where you go. Yes, it's considerably safer than passion route, but trust me, it is not easy. So you'll have your own set of hustles. Hustle for getting a job, hustle for hike in salary, hustle for staying on the project, hustle for meeting the deadline. So you'll have your own set of problems and struggle. And now we should also consider what the people from the passion route talk about this route of practical reality. What they say is that if you choose this route, your life would be boring, mundane, you'll be full of regret, and you'll wake up with a hole in your chest. But that's not true. Let's learn with an example. So person A chooses this route of practical reality. He gets a job. He falls for a girl at his workplace. Now life has given him a new objective. He has to get her attention, he has to prevent other boys from getting her, etc, etc. Let's say he gets her, right? Now he has new objective. He needs to have a good bank balance and his own house to impress her father. Let's say he does that. So they get married and they have kids. Now life has presented new objectives. They have to look after their kids and their welfare. The point being, life will keep throwing new objectives and life has its own ways to make you happy and sad. This whole perspective that you'll stay in regrets if you don't choose this route of passion goes out of the window. And people even find different ways to make themselves happy and overcome their regrets. So if you have chosen this route of practical reality, good luck with that. Personally, I don't like this route. I am on the side of passion. So let's move on with the video. Before that, if you want, you can subscribe to my channel, like this video and comment down. So now we'll talk about the passion perspective. So the biggest disadvantage of this perspective or this route is that things are very, very uncertain. This is not me saying. This is the people who choose the practical reality route they talk about. Now here's my perspective. So there are two scenarios. Let's take an example of a boy who wants to become a footballer. A best case scenarios. He works hard, he works consistently, and at the end he makes it to the top, and then he lives happily ever after with his set of problems, right? Now second scenario. Now you might think that if that boy doesn't succeed, what's the other option left? Obviously he'll fail, but this is what the people with practical reality will say. This isn't my perspective. So the second scenario is the compromised reality. In one of the interviews of Rajesh Telam, he says that if you be consistent at something, you'll get less appreciated, but you won't fail. It kinda makes sense. If that footballer doesn't become a footballer, he could become a footballer in a lower league. He could make it as a freestyler. He can make it as a coach, as a linesman, as a referee, as a commentator. Or maybe he does all of the above, sustain himself for a while and then make it to the top. So all I'm trying to say is that there are different versions of reality, and hence don't get stuck in this duality of right and wrong and black and white. If you see things from different perspective, you can make your own choice. So hear me out on this. This is the solution. Your life consists of certain parameters. Your family background, your financial background, your upbringing, your past, and your genetics. These are the parameters that I think you can't change, or you can change to some degree. So you have to understand these parameters and make one choice and make one particular action. And no matter what choice you make, be it passion route or practical reality route, in the end you'll manage to stay happy until and unless you are making conscious decisions and your life is in your hands. Obviously there are some dark sides. You can meet with an accident, you can get diagnosed with a terminal disease. There are plenty of bad things that can happen to you, right? But the best thing you can do is that you can try to be far away from these things. This way, I just would like to end this video by saying that you make a conscious choice and enjoy the journey. Thank you.
Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back?